Damn, I love being the CEO of my world. Bam, we're live. Mr. Brian Spin from the Barbell Spin. The fastest, most accurate, best news, all CrossFit shit, everything.
What's up?
He's 60 Minutes, TMZ, and what's another good one? All spectrums of media. What's the one that you introduced me to with Dave Portnoy?
Oh, he's definitely on the spectrum.
Barstool.
Oh, Brian Spin's on the spectrum?
The media spectrum.
There he is. As he's affectionately called, what was he? He's the caricature of Ed Norton. If Ed Norton was an emoji.
Wow.
God, that's fucking so good.
Ed Norton was an emoji.
What's up, Mr. Spin? What do you know that no one else knows? What do you know that no one else knows that you can share on the show with us right now? Like something crazy. Anything?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't hold things back. I just publish them right away.
Good. All right, good. That's why it's the fastest. If you don't subscribe,
top secret.
Go over to the Instagram. It's the place to be. Then on top of that, one of the big brains in the CrossFit space, Mr. Taylor Self, unpredictable in his speech, always predictable in his programming, his commitment to excellence, high quality training. He is, if you cut him open instead of blood, he bleeds. CrossFit self-made training program. I don't say any of that stuff lightly. I love Taylor. I love hearing his thoughts and perspectives on all things CrossFit. Good dude. And he works with the great Andy Hendel, one of the probably longest, for sure the oldest tree in the forest on the L1 team. Is Andy the oldest dude on the L1 team?
Oh, I feel like if he was, he would brag about it, and I don't ever hear him say it. so he's probably not. But he is 63, and he's on the L1 team.
Not humble, but eminently capable, Andy Hendel.
He's not cocky either, but he'd be like, fuck, I'm the oldest guy on staff. He would say it all the time. You know what I mean? He would just throw it out there.
And what the fuck is this? And Amazon delivery. Sorry. Shoot. Hey, what's up, dude? Sorry.
Hey, what's going on, man? This is Amazon. I have your deliveries. I'm outside your gate, bud.
Can you just set them outside the gate?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know why it said leave with the receptionist, so I don't want to just leave them unattended, you know?
Okay, there's a mail room right next to that first gate. It's like an invisible mail room that's built in.
It's the one with the little lock code on it?
Yeah, you can just yank that open and throw the packages in there.
Okay.
The code is 0000.
Yeah, for some reason it's already open.
Okay, yeah, you can. Oh, it's because it's been kind of lost its shape. You can just throw the boxes in there and then kind of slam the door shut.
Sounds good. I appreciate it, sir. Happy Merry Christmas, happy holiday.
Thanks, brother. Same to you.
All right, bud. Thank you, bud.
Peace.
Sounds like a nice dude.
What the fuck was that? Was that real?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, that's code with your mom I was talking to.
Dude,
the fucking voice changer.
I'm
with Taylor right now. I don't want him to know. What do you mean?
I got one of those Amazon. You got charged $14.99 to your account for a new MacBook Pro laptop calls, and they left a voicemail. And I called them back, and they're like, "Hello," and I was like, "Hey, is this Amazon?" And they're like, "Yes." Who's asking? And I was like, "You told me I spent $1,400," and they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Do you know you're a fucking scam?" And I just had like this 2-minute conversation with them telling me it wasn't a scam and me saying you're a piece of shit.
You know, my friend, my penis tastes like curry. Open your mouth and taste my penis. Ladies and gentlemen, and below in the lower right-hand corner, Matthew Souza, owner of CrossFit Livermore. Massive, beautiful gym, insane community. Been an affiliate for more than 10 years. Executive producer of the Sevan Podcast and close friends with Greg Glassman. He has his hands in everything. Souza has more pizzas in the oven than Chef Boyardee.
And Domino's?
Yeah, thank you. Than Domino's. Okay, the show is the Dave Castro Weekend Review of the Weekend Review. I was told that we no longer need to change the audio levels because Dave's using his mic now. We will let him play and at 1 1/4 speed. Oh. And then we will pause periodically and give our 30-second takes. Spin talks a little slow, so his will be 45, and Taylor doesn't know when to stop. His will be 55. And
November 27th, 2023, weekend review at Cecilia Joy Palermo. Dave Castro is going woke and sold his soul to the sugar.
wow, coming in hot.
He is going woke, dude. Whoever commented that, I'm fucking with it. Unless he can defend himself here, I agree.
World. We all needed you to be a stand-up guy, but I guess money changes everything. She must have saw what I ate on Thanksgiving to know that I sold my soul to the sugar world. Other than that, I'm like a pretty vocal, fasting, keto, low carb, no sugar guy who speaks about it on a regular basis. So not sure what you're talking about there.
Yeah, listen, if you're going to fucking attack him, you passive aggressive douchebag bitch, at least tell us what he did.
I'll tell you.
Moron. What did he do?
He's not speaking out against all these dumb fuck hires, dude. Whatever this, what's this Grau? Josh
Dude,
Grau? Josh.
You don't think that's a conflict of interest, my guy?
I mean, it is.
Oh, wait
but
a
I'm just
second.
saying, dude.
That's
You're either unviable or you're not, bro.
No, listen. I want to say one thing. I totally hear you if yours was the only perspective and mine was the only perspective. I get it. We don't know Grouse. We don't know DeCoon. We don't know these people. But that's not. Hi, what do you need?
Hey, just seeing how you're doing.
Okay, I'm on the podcast. I love you.
Oh,
Hey, I got your Amazon
Okay.
package.
Bye. Love you. So listen. So there's another perspective that we don't know at all. We're all just glued to Andrew Hiller's fucking
know
shit and being like, oh, Andrew says this. Andrew says that. I'm susceptible too. Hold on, I got one of Andrew's pubes in my mouth. But he fucking works shoulder to shoulder with this dude, Taylor. What the fuck do you want him to do? He fucking knows shit that we don't even know. He interviewed these motherfuckers.
He interviewed them.
Yeah. Well, he was
And
involved.
they
in the
still
interview
got
process.
hired?
He was involved in the interview process. He said that, I think, on the show.
Bro.
Look at Spin nodding with me. That's
Yep.
the first time Spin's ever said anything nice.
Do you
about
not think
anything.
that even makes my case even more, or that person's case even more? The fact that he was on the interview process. So, guy, have you seen Josh Grau's Instagram profile?
Bro, bro, let me tell you. Listen, you don't have to convince me of everything. From what I've seen, yes, but I have not seen. I've seen zero from Dave's side.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
and let me just say this. Let me say this. Let's say Dave does completely agree with everything we're saying. Let's just say. And then he were to say something like that and then get fired, and we had no one standing up for what's right.
right. That's the perspective that I see.
Okay, so okay.
He's the
I don't
mole.
think
He's
that's
the
it, but I'm
plan.
just saying either way. Spin, would you like to? He's the mole. Jesus. Spin. Any thoughts on this?
I mean, I think Taylor is drawing the conclusion though that he is. I don't know if he's siding with Growlface and our other affiliate manager guy, but I more side with what you're saying, that he can't just go out and even if he does disagree with those hires, and he could have, right? Like he could have been the one voice in the room that said, I'm not feeling this. But at the end of the day, there's 4 or 5 other guys that are saying that they're going to go with them. And you got to put on a corporate face to say, publicly.
Well, then you're agreeing with Taylor. I'm not even saying he's putting on necessarily a corporate face. It's like, hey, if you're on a football team and we're gonna run, you're a wide receiver, but they're gonna run the ball, and like you have to do more than put on a corporate face. You have to support that decision, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's not working against him, right? But he may not be speaking how he truly feels.
His personal opinions on Grau's last Twitter post.
Right.
Susan, do you have any thoughts?
I mean, the community in which Dave came from, he was a team guy. So I think that if he's on the team and that was what was decided, just like Brian Spin said, whether he completely agrees with it or not, now that the decision's made, they're going to try to make the most of it.
That's a good perspective. All right, Souza. All right, chill with the logic. Okay? That was good.
You're good, Taylor. Kent Sykes, $10. Thank you. Look at that gangster shit on the chest. You better not be afraid to fight when you got tattoos like that, right?
Yeah, it's either you're in prison and there's something getting up in there. Dude, I don't know what to say about that chest tag.
Mason Mitchell, hey, shut it. He gave $10. It's beautiful face chest tag. Mason Mitchell, Sevan with the football analogy. Thank you. I needed a little love for that. Here we
At Mr. Racecar 23, you could think of CrossFit You could think of the sport of CrossFit as already having 4 major championships, like with golf and tennis. There's the Games, Rogue, Dubai, Wadapalooza, all the majors, but with the CrossFit Games recognized as the most prestigious to win, just like Wimbledon is for tennis or the Open is for golf. True. I don't know if they're doing Dubai this year or not, but that's a good point. And that's kind of the whole concept of the Triple Crown and playing with tying them together. At Jack Sidhu.
No.
I don't even know what the fuck that was. That a question or a comment? I got nothing to say. Okay. Taylor's wearing a white hat and got a mustache. All right. I'm with you.
Yes.
I feel you.
Am I the only one who noticed this year Dubai's prize purse? I feel like is much smaller than it typically is.
No,
Don't
it's
they
actually
usually-
no, it's down from when it was years ago, but it's back up to 50,000 this
What
year.
was it
So
last
it's gone
year?
back. I think it was 30. if I
Oh,
remember
really?
right.
I thought like
Yeah.
years ago it was like 100K for the winner.
It was, yeah, years ago, like in 2018.
Really?
It was much higher. And when they came back, they had a lower price purse.
Well, and
That's
what-
why everybody
why-
stopped going.
Mm.
I mean, fuck, that's a long travel. Better be worth it.
Yeah, it's like a
Mhm.
day's travel. You lose a day of your life, dude.
Yeah.
But does anybody else wonder why Dave doesn't even know that Dubai exists?
Because they don't market it all. I don't know.
It's not part of a CrossFit thing, so why would he?
I don't
Yeah,
know the
okay.
answer to that, but I think they used to be part of a CrossFit thing and they're not. So maybe he just kind of lets it just go out of his brain.
But their marketing, I feel like, does stink.
But
bug.
Rogue's not a CrossFit licensed event.
Yeah, but him and Bill and Katie are a lot closer, I would sense, than him and the director of the
Dude, I
organizer.
bet you he talks to Bill and Katie once a week. I mean, they got shit to talk about. Listen,
Mhm.
the Dubai's guys don't promote at all, do they, Spin? I mean, at all. Can you imagine not like
Yeah.
sending why wouldn't they just reach out to me and like, hey, can our director come on your podcast? I would
Yeah,
get him
they
like
don't.
500 more
Yeah,
views at their event.
because they are the. I mean, I've chatted with them, but
they don't
they're of the opinion of a lot of these organizers where they think they can do it themselves,
Yeah, that's
Mm.
cool.
and they think that well, we have our own platforms. Why would we farm that out to somebody else who can share that information? Regardless, I think in Dave's position, and especially if he's talking about Triple Crown, they're talking about doing some type of season structure. You at least need to know that Dubai exists. I'm not saying you need to know all the details and know what the prize purse is and who they selected and how they did it, but just at least know
Yeah.
the big competitions that are out there.
The problem with
Did you say
Dubai,
Dubai's a big competition or it's just big for our like
nah, it's not big at all, dude. I would say Dubai stinks. I would say
It's got-
Dubai
The stands are empty.
stands are empty.
Well,
And
stands
this is
are
why, dude.
everywhere.
It's not Miami, dude. You go to Miami, there's boobs
True.
out, there's fucking ass out everywhere. You go to Dubai, that shit's you can't see anything over there, dude. You get some
illegal.
blue- you get some eyes. You can see some eyes. That's about it, dude. But it might have a front tail under there.
Hey, you think people are scared to go to Dubai this year because of the 1.8 billion angry folk?
If you're
I
one
mean,
of the
the-
40 fittest dudes in the world and you're scared for that, I don't know. I mean,
Well, look at Elfit. Didn't didn't a bunch of them withdraw from that?
them angles.
I think Kotler and Underdogs was supposed to program with it. I don't know if they were still involved over the last month or not.
Anyway,
just-
I kind of see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Why doesn't he have a bigger perspective on the ecosystem of competitions? I don't think Greg. I don't think Dave ever has. Like, I bet you he doesn't even know the Crash Crucible happened.
Look it. Pull
He
my
don't even know who the bottom 10 athletes are, probably. And I used to think it was a big deal, but now for some reason I don't. Ladies and gentlemen, all I care about is I wonder if I'm going to be one of the people who's invited on the new series that's coming out.
What new series?
You don't got you. Oh, so none of you guys have been invited to the new series? I have not been invited to the new series. There's not room for everybody. You guys know about the new series? You know what I'm talking
fuckhead.
about, Susan?
No, what are you talking about?
Let's cut to Coffee Pods and Wads and see what Pedro has to say. One of the organizers came on mine and it was trash, but that's probably on me. Well, for sure it's on you. Speaking of Pedro, keep my name, keep my phone number at your fingertips. I'm interested in the new show. Okay, here we go.
Deuce 5667. Dave, I really appreciate you addressing the hot topics of CrossFit in an open, frank way. Many people have been criticizing HQ for not being transparent, and I feel this is addressing just that. Thanks for this. You're welcome.
Fuck you. HQ's transparent enough. What do you fucking need to know? Fucking don't worry about anything.
That's dope.
Dave came to our local comp here, the Central Valley Throwdown. Here's
He's
here's
aware.
the thing. Do you remember what'd you say, Sousa?
I said he's aware. I think Dave also likes to just kind of say like, I don't pay attention to that. But I think Dave is very aware of everything that happens in the ecosystem. He just doesn't want us to like realize it as much.
He says things on purpose too.
Yeah.
Like when we were at the games checking
He says
Michelle.
things on purpose. What do you mean? You don't
Like he said, no, dude. Like he said, I don't even know if Dubai's happening this year. He said that on purpose. Like when I was at the games and we were checking Michelle in, he was checking Michelle and he's like, "Oh, what's up, man? Are you competing this year?"
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, shut the fuck up. You know I'm not, you fucker.
Oh, to you. Oh, to you.
To me.
Oh, yeah. He definitely knew you weren't. He thought that was
Exactly.
even better. Spin, do you need more transparency from HQ?
Not
vague?
not in this regard. I mean, yeah. I think I may have said last time on the week in review. I think we need to have somebody actually speaking from CrossFit about the methodology and why CrossFit saves lives, not just Dave talking to us about the sport and a few personal things every week.
Didn't Nicole Carroll do that in that? Is she going to do more of what she did in that latest post or in that
I
post?
think what Spin's talking about, though, specifically, I hear you, Taylor, but he's saying like we need someone doing 5 buckets of death once or twice or 3 or 4 times a year.
I agree.
Or we have a cure for the world's most vexing problem. We need like a new slogan that says the same thing every year. That's dope.
I don't need to hear from Don about the business plan of 30 million people.
Yeah, we don't
Tell me
need to
why
talk.
CrossFit's great and
Right.
why it's saving lives and
Yeah.
how it can change people. And tell me about that, and it'll get people to grow. Not here's we're going to grow affiliates and all the corporate speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the greatest promotion in the history for any sporting event from Mike Olivas, aka Pool Boy. He says, I had so much sexual intercourse last time I competed at Wadapalooza. Taylor is right. It's amazing.
Dude, I'm not even gay and I'd probably fuck him in Miami.
Get your tickets now for Wadapalooza.
Bright Eyes 1016. Please pardon my ignorance, but what is so bad about Orange Theory? I've been following everything CrossFit since 2019. I was set to leave my Globo gym after more than a decade. Then the pandemic hit, and then I had a significant family need to attend to. When I explored returning to a fitness routine, I stopped by a couple CrossFit gyms, but didn't feel confident in their professionalism or programming. So I've ended up at Orange Theory, and I am getting fit and accomplishing new things. With that said, I still think CrossFit ideology is the gold standard. I just don't trust that it's being executed consistently across affiliates. So first off,
don't trust.
What's so bad about Orange Theory? Personally, I don't think any fitness is a bad thing. So if you're just trying to get fit or you're trying to get off the couch.
Okay, let's go back to the trust thing. Once again, like that fucking comment means nothing to me. Like, what did you see there? I walked in and the 2 coaches were fucking butt fucking each other. So I left. Like, what did you see that made it so you didn't want to go in there and work out? I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. How's he supposed to answer that question?
It's impossible. There's no context. You have no idea.
Well, yeah. I mean,
What? Well, that can mean 10 different things to 10 different people. Were you not greeted at the door? Did nobody say hi? Did you not get coached? Was it an open gym format? Was it classic night for you? Like, what was the deal?
I wasn't confident in the programming, so I went to Orange Theory. That just says to me that those gyms were so fucking bad. To me, I mean,
how do you know?
Listen,
you're right. You're right. Listen to
I
this.
walked into Sousa's gym and I was like, and the coach was there, Albert was there, and he said, "Hey, you gonna work out?" And I said, "No, I just been in the car for 2 hours." He goes, "Don't worry, I'm gonna warm you up." He's like, "Just do the warm up." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I did the warm up, and like that's all I needed. He said hi, he came over to me, hugged me, shook my hand. I walked into another gym in Phoenix one time. I walked in, the guy was coaching. He walked right over and he's like, "Hey, what's up? What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, just gonna do a class, blah blah blah." I can't remember. And he talked to me and he said, "Yeah, this class already started. Come back at this time." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I didn't, but my wife came back. I walked into another gym in LA and the fucking coaches, the girl coach was riding around on the shoulders of the male coach and they didn't say hi to us. And when we came in with like 10 people, I didn't even think they were the coaches. And then all of a sudden class started and we're all there. And then he put the girl down and they're like, here are the workouts on the board. Yeah, that's a shitty gym.
But you could tell us exactly why it was shitty.
Yeah.
We know now.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with CrossFit or the L1. That's just, dude.
Albert gave me a solution to my problem. He's like, hey, just do the warm-up, see what happens.
Our Google review has the worst review. Somebody came in on a weekend where they were doing a seminar, a level 1. Like they came in on a Saturday, and so no one talked to them, right? They're doing this level 1 seminar out in the gym, and they were in the front room and waited around for like 20 minutes, and no one talked to them. So they wrote a Google review about how bad our gym was.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just fucking bullshit.
Again, no context.
Yeah. But Orange Theory sucks.
I've never been to an Orange Theory. I have no idea. Mr. Spin, do you have any thoughts on the question?
Yeah, it's too vague. I've never been to Orange Theory. All I know is it looks.
You ever been to a bad CrossFit affiliate?
I have.
Yeah, just in visiting, but it was it was just a feel of what I probably wouldn't want to be a member there, but it wasn't like something specific, right?
Right.
You could just tell that probably didn't have the community that you'd want.
But did they address you? Did you get a good workout there? Did they take care of you?
Yeah.
Do something. Any fitness is better than no fitness. So I don't have an issue with Orange Theory, especially if it's helping people get into CrossFit or get into fitness and then eventually maybe into a CrossFit gym. When we talk about, or last week when we criticize Orange Theory or talk about that model, it's more of in this perspective and sense of the franchise model, and because that's a franchise model, and us going that route. And then if we did that, it would fundamentally turn our back on who we are with the open source nature of the affiliation model. So the criticisms that even I would say of Orange Theory, or that I think people in our community say, I can't speak for what they're saying in regards to Orange Theory. I can for myself, but it's not about the fitness. Again, like anything is better than nothing. And the fact that Orange Theory is helping people get fit is a good thing. Although if you really want to optimize and get the most out of your fitness or your time, obviously I believe CrossFit is a better gym or better option.
Let me explain what Blade Walker is saying here. I'm going to explain it to Blade also. Blade Walker says, I did Orange Theory for a month to join a friend who is getting into fitness. Meh, not terrible. Here's the thing. That's how horrible it is. We're talking about a guy who is eminently capable, who brought and added more value to the class than the class gave to him. So if he says meh, because he knew every movement there, there's nothing like they can't teach him shit, right? Any of us CrossFitters who go to an Orange Theory, we destroy. Not meaning we destroy the workouts, but we add value to the class. We're capable of all of this shit. We don't need a lot of instructions. We know how to be appropriate. We got down the fucking that kind of classroom etiquette. So for Blade to say it's not like fucking absolutely great means it's just shit horrible. Because you know he brought value. Do you guys see my point?
No, but we can move on.
I see.
And then she ends with, or they end with, I just don't trust that it's being executed consistently across affiliates. It's definitely the open source nature of this, and the model, the affiliate model, the licensing agreement model does allow for very different expressions of it to exist. Sometimes people bias towards one direction with it. Sometimes people bias towards another. And in that, someone like yourself might not really see what they're looking for when they go into a gym. And so there is an aspect of, yes, they all can do it the way they want. So it does look different or can feel different in the affiliates. And to this notion of it's not being executed consistently across affiliates, yes, it's not. And again, like to kind of circle back on that, there's strength in that, and there's also some potential weakness. The potential weakness is exactly what you're saying, is that you don't feel like you're getting a consistent experience across the affiliates or across different gyms. So that is something that I think needs some addressing in terms of the consistency you're talking about. I hope the consistency you're talking about is a high level of training, a high level of professionalism. That I think can and should be improved across all affiliates. The consistency, meaning them looking more like Orange Theory or them looking more like each other, I don't think should be improved. I think the way it operates now is some of the beauty in the whole system, and should continue on where they do look different, they do operate different. But when it comes to training and professionalism, yes, that should be at a high level, and there should be some consistency there.
Let me say this, because I went to a party last night, up the hill from me on like a 5-acre lot, and there's 4 generations of family living there, in-laws, the whole thing. and it was a party for my mom's CrossFit class. And there were 50 people at the party, 25 of the members, and then 25 of like their spouses or friends, right? There are more CrossFit gym Thanksgiving parties, Christmas parties, birthday parties than any other fucking club or organization or gym anywhere in the world. Now just think about what the implications of that are. Think about that. That should be fucking enough for you to know that if that's what you're looking for, a holistic, good group of fucking amazing people to fucking grind with and make yourself better and live long, that's what you do. It's CrossFit. It's not Orange Theory. It's not F45. It's not a fucking gun club. It's not the fucking juice gym. It's not the martial arts studio. I'm telling you, there's no organization on planet Earth that's throwing more Thanksgiving parties, Christmas parties, birthday parties, moving parties than CrossFit.
I feel like HQ could do a better job of drawing attention to the fact that if you go to different affiliates, they're not going to be the same, and hyping that up in a sense of like try several out. I feel like I look at CrossFit similar to like, oh man, I want this to be a compliment, but it's not going to be one. But I look at CrossFit. I like
to give a compliment.
I see CrossFit as like America. Like you have CrossFit, and any affiliate you go to could be different. And then you have like the 50 states, and like you could go to South Carolina and there's not a paved road for fucking 100 miles. And you go to California and there's 7 dudes shooting fentanyl on the sidewalk in front of your house. Or you could go to a really nice state like North Carolina and go to Charlotte and everything's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I feel like CrossFit should say, like, I feel like people have the expectation when they try it. They're like every new member that comes to us is like, okay, now when I sign up, can I go to any CrossFit in Charlotte? And I'm like, no, bitch, you can't go to any CrossFit in Charlotte. It's an affiliate. It's not a franchise. But that's like, people don't know that. And that's not our fault as the affiliate. I think CrossFit needs to celebrate like, hey, you get individuality with your experience and you get a chance to shop around and find what really fits you.
And let me also tell you, there's more funeral receptions at CrossFit gyms than any other gym in the world either. Holy shit. Rebecca Shingledecker. Hey, that's not related to Shinduldecker, right? There's a Shingledecker and a Shinduldecker.
Yeah.
Holy shit. 1 letter difference. Oh, we had my husband's funeral reception at our box. Dude, I rest my case. We rule.
Marriages at gyms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had 6 of those. Not in the gym, but
Yeah, but that's crazy. Crazy.
Hey, one other thing I'll also say is that people don't want the other side of this coin. Like everybody runs away from the scary franchise monster, and that's exactly what this would be. Also, too, how many of you guys have been to Starbucks? Everybody here. How many's been to Starbucks and had a great experience with an awesome barista? And then you're like, this place is awesome. How many times have you gone there and it's looked like shit and there was a bunch of shit all over the trash? And
2 years have been tough.
It's the same thing, man. So you're complaining about no context problem that actually wouldn't, like, there's no right answer to solve that. And it's definitely not the answer that we want, which is a franchise model.
So find a good one. Find the one that's doing the receptions, the birthday parties, has the good, strong coaches, has the class times you want. Find a good one, because the best gym in the world is going to be one of these CrossFit gyms.
Yep.
At Tyler Changaris. Dave, I've been on the fence about opening an affiliate for the last 2 years due to my concerns about the leadership's commitment to the methodology. There are a few exceptions, including you and NC and AB. I'm assuming you mean Nicole Carroll and Adrian Bosman. Mission always came first, profits followed. The opposite seems true now. What would you say to someone on the fence about affiliation? Well, I would suggest, if you're on the fence about affiliation, if you want to open a gym, a CrossFit gym, doing it with the CrossFit name will put you in a better position with this style of training. If you're doing CrossFit in your gym and you're opening up a gym, doing it with a CrossFit name will be advantageous versus doing it without the CrossFit name, especially for you starting or for new gyms starting. There's some gyms that have had the CrossFit name for a decade or so, and then they end up dropping the name. They already have their clientele and they already have a community built off of years of being a CrossFit gym. So it's easier for someone who's been around to drop the name and continue on, rather than when you're first starting. I think you have you're poised for more success with the name in terms of the map, in terms of brand recognition, et cetera, et cetera. All of that being said, though, I'm old school. If I'm going to do something with a brand or associate and use their methodology, I would definitely wear the flag, fly the flag, associate with them. I also think being part of the community is not insignificant, and it's a super powerful alignment to have. As a CrossFit gym, you're not out there on your own, meaning there's other affiliates in your local area that you can talk to or work with. There's people from HQ who can help you out. We have representatives around the world. So starting a gym with the CrossFit name and in this community, I think sets you up for success in the long run.
Okay, so the question was, he's concerned about the leadership, and never once did we hear Dave address that. He did say that gave a bunch of good reasons to affiliate, but he didn't address the question. Mr. Spin, any thoughts on that, what you just heard? You don't have to take it the way I took it either. You can go any way you want with it.
I think that was on. I'm going to read into it and say it was on purpose, right? Like he's going to walk himself into a corner if he goes down that path, and may say things that may have to be backtracked down the road. So he focuses on the positive things that he can talk about, and that's exactly what he did.
So let me try to see if I understand what you're saying. You're saying that there's a little bit of a dumpster fire going at HQ. So instead of pointing back, no, the team's great, he kind of was like, hey, look over here.
I think, well, I don't know if I go that far, but if he starts talking, if he talks,
I crossed the line.
If he starts speaking of specific examples of leadership or things change on the public face, or something else happens, like then he has that out there, versus he can just focus on why you should affiliate, right? He took the politician route, right? Like, I'm going to kind of touch on it, but I'm going to go around and talk about the things I want to related to why you should open a gym, a CrossFit gym.
Right. Should I get a Tesla? And then all you do is talk about how great a Toyota is. You never even address the Tesla.
Or just why electric vehicles are great. Right.
Okay.
Like, but you never talk about Tesla itself.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Even better. Thank you for taking my metaphor and
sharpening it.
Mr. Self-Made Training Program.
Souza, do you ever lean on the affiliates in your locale for help?
Not in the same city, but to that regard, I mean, I did reach out to Craig Howard and Diablo, and I have, to some of these other affiliates.
I just thought that was an interesting statement. Like,
Here's how I'll tell you how all the affiliates lean on each other. Every time someone moves, they look for another affiliate. So my mom's moved 3 times, and she's been to 3 different affiliates.
But the gym right down the street from us is not in competition with us?
No, it is. And I agree with you there, Taylor. I think some of that shit is bullshit, and they want everybody to work in harmony, but someone's out there trying to steal your fucking lunch. Yeah, and so there is going to be a little bit of that. And that's why it's like, but choose your enemies wisely, right? Like, is it the gym up the street am I competing with? It is the best one in my neighborhood am I competing with? And then outside of a certain bubble, like outside of a 15-mile radius,
you're good.
Unless you're specifically going for like a gym, you're good. You could reach out to those affiliates. You could, exchange ideas and stuff like that. But I do agree too. It's within a certain radius.
If you owned a CrossFit gym and there was this chick who was crazy fucking hot, who worked out at your gym, and for some reason you found out she couldn't afford it, would you be more likely to give her a free membership because she's crazy hot?
No.
Oh, that's bad. You're a fucking horrible businessman. Mr. Spin? Listen, there were 3 coffee shops by my house. Guess which one I went to?
The one with the hot barista, or the one
that wear a bra?
That's not what you want in your affiliate, you dumbass.
Coach, what about if you said a coach? I might have agreed with you. You didn't say a coach. You said a member.
Okay, fine.
And that's not what you want in your affiliate. You don't want these grimy ass, slimy dudes sneaking into your affiliate to stare at the women. Fuck no.
Don't be judgmental just because someone appreciates the human body and you have to take it somewhere filthy.
Everybody appreciates a human body, but
not everyone.
Dude, if this dude's signing up because of tit. Come on, bro.
Some people hate the female form.
Okay, one last point on this real quick about the affiliateship thing.
On Flawless Girls? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Susan.
No. Is that if like Taylor, I'm assuming as people come in, right, one of the first questions, you're like, cool, how'd you find out about us, or how'd you find out about CrossFit? They're brand new to it. And I would say, at least it's true for us in our area, like if it's not, there's one of 2 ways. My friend goes here and they've been trying to get me in for forever, or I just looked up CrossFit gym near me online.
I just looked up CrossFit gym near me online.
So if that's the case, even at a $175 membership, call it as like the average, if 2 people come into your gym that you have, and even if you have a really low LTV and you have 3 months with these people, you're still making a return on that $250 a month you're spending to license the CrossFit name.
Yep.
Olivia, stop thinking with your PP. I am not thinking with my PP. Just so you
Speaking
know.
with their customers.
I am not thinking with my PP. Yeah, I'm not thinking with my PP. Okay, here we go.
At Dave Hawks 8633. Genuinely enjoyed reading Constructing CrossFit Games last year. Any chance of putting a volume 2 in the future? It'd be good to see if or how the process has changed, especially the challenges of moving the games to a new location and under new leadership. Cheers. Every year I've thought about doing it again. I've never obviously executed on that. I've also thought about writing simple additional chapters with a way more concise overview and call it a version 2 or edition 2 with some additional information. I don't know. I got to figure something out there, but I don't have a good answer for you at this point on that. At Misdemeanor 1.
Anybody?
I already
Just
gave out.
pay Just pay Christine Bald to write it for him.
Taylor, were you even listening to that question?
Yes, I was listening to the question, but then you're gonna get that nasty ass filter that she uses too. That makes you look like you're in 300, and then some 13-year-old dialed the saturation to 1,000.
He already gets that.
Yeah,
He already has it.
Hey, did you guys read his first book?
I did not.
Oh, Taylor, I
Should
thought
I?
you would have read it for sure. I mean,
I have it. I bought it. I just never read it.
I like the
I
style of
read-
writing he did it in.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. See, this is some Gandhi shit right here. Sevi, Mike, Olivas Poolboy, you can think with my penis. Thank you. God, that's good. Mike, you should be a comedian and do your stand up with your shirt off, dude. You could see it, right?
Yeah.
It would kill.
What do you make of Hiller actively trying to get people to unaffiliate? Is his criticism valid?
Did he say Hiller?
Let's go. Let's fucking go, baby.
Where we go.
Sword fight.
Is his criticism of Jay valid in your opinion? So I don't know that Hiller is actively trying to get people to unaffiliate.
He is.
You think he is?
I mean, dude, I don't know. The video, dude, is straight up. If you don't know why you're affiliated, de-affiliate.
That's what it looks like on the surface. I think he is.
I agree. It does look like that on the surface. What do you think the effect is, though? What do you think the effect is?
He's trying to get the attention of CrossFit.
Well,
at the end of the day.
But let's say not even what his intention is. What do you think is really happening with Hiller's content? Like, let me throw out a possibility. I think it's putting a lot of energy into the system. That would be like the 100,000-foot view. If you're fucking DeCoons at the 10-foot view, you're like, fuck, he just character assassinated me. So I get the two different views. But at 100,000 feet, he's putting a lot of energy into the system.
Right. And if enough people jump on board of things need to change, CrossFit will hear it. So Dave's hearing it this way. If they're hearing it at the affiliate gatherings of why are you putting Momentous on us? Like, what is this franchise survey thing? They're hearing it.
Right.
And so he's forcing CrossFit to address it versus if everybody approached him separately, they could ignore it. They can't ignore it now.
Let me play a little devil's advocate and push back inside with Taylor now. But he's not just pointing it out. He's screaming it from his fucking as loud as he can. He's not like, hey, by the way, you guys all hired someone without a L1 to run affiliates. It wasn't all casual like that. It was like, holy fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's an entertainer and he's making
an entertainer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It also goes back to if you want to call it clickbait or not, right? Like he gets you to watch the video. He gets you fired up. He gets you to understand the issues.
Yeah.
If you just went on there and spoke monotone and said, I don't like this, the guy is wrong, and went on for 20 minutes, you'd get bored. You wouldn't listen to it. You'd have no fire to actually speak up and want change.
Mm-hmm. And I think Hiller is just the main thing that's happening there is CrossFit has no defense mechanism. They have no media. So they have no means of responding. They have no means of controlling the narrative. They have nothing to push back against this. And they just seem like they're just fumbling over their feet as they try to announce stuff. And it's just it also showcases Hiller's hard work and his talent, because I mean, he's just fucking crushing it. Like, he makes the stuff so quickly that you would have to have an onboard media team that was almost anticipating this, or they need to be more proactive in how they present stuff publicly, so that way they could get out in front of it. But
That's what it needs to do.
yeah, and I just think that he's just filling a huge void in the space.
Look at the people we've had on too. Just in the last week, we had 2 people who follow Hiller, follow my shit like diehards, and they both just opened affiliates, both in tough areas, San Francisco and the one in Massachusetts, Long Island. Sorry, Jethro. So
in conjunction with Hiller, that one too.
And he's using Hiller's programming.
Using his programming. Yeah.
So, and these are people who are entrenched in this little fucking corner of fucking intense media. These people don't give a fuck. They're still opening affiliates. So
Jethro basically stated that's why he opened it, was part of the reason.
Yeah. So there you go. So maybe this person making the comment is just looking at it narrow-mindedly. Let's see.
If he is actively trying to get people to unaffiliate, that's fucked up and that's cowardly. I don't see how that's anything to aspire to, strive for, or to look up to, or to be like, I want to get people to de-affiliate from CrossFit. If that's truly what he's trying to do, he's fucking out of his mind. He needs to really think about his place in the world. And I said, I don't know if he's doing this, if he's trying to get people to unaffiliate. Let me put it to you this way. That would be the same as, what's he do for a living? He makes podcasts, and let's say he's a trainer. That would be the same. That would be as if I were doing this and actively trying to get people not to watch his show, which I'm not doing, or let's say he's a trainer. I don't think he is, or trying to get people to stop training at his gym. It would be the same as that. And like, it's called sabotage. It's low in my opinion. I think, again, I don't know that he's doing that. I'm just going off of what you're saying. If he is doing that, he should rethink Doug just pulled my cord. He should rethink his purpose and intent of what he's trying to do with his podcast, because, what does he get out of that? Ooh, good. I got 2 or 3 people to de-affiliate. Awesome. I'm crushing CrossFit one gym at a time. I wouldn't understand where his motivation or why he would do that. Once again, though, I'm going to say, I don't know that he's doing that. I'm just responding to this comment here.
Mr. Spin.
Again, like I'm going with the same comment I had before, is that's not what Hiller's intent was. It's hard to tell if Dave watched the latest videos or not.
Do you think, though, do you agree with Dave? Do you think that if Hiller is doing that, he's a fucking asshole? Or is that just Dave's perspective?
I just don't see Hiller doing that.
Okay. He's not trying to kill CrossFit. He doesn't want CrossFit to fail.
No.
Okay. It's his ecosystem. He lives in there.
Right. What would Hiller do if he didn't have that? If he didn't have CrossFit around?
Mr. Self, what do you think about that whole exchange right there? Someone saying, hey, what do you think about Hiller trying to get people to de-affiliate, and Dave going, if he is, he's a douche nozzle?
I do not think Andrew's intention is to get people to de-affiliate. And I said what I said earlier because what of you guys extrapolated on, like, it's very clickbaity. And on the surface, you're like, oh, he's trying to get people to de-affiliate, or people should de-affiliate, or for clicks and views, etc. When you watch it, he talks about how, like, he doesn't see the value, or I believe, if I can remember his video with enough detail, I watched that one, that he talks about not seeing, if you don't see the value and you aren't fully committed to the CrossFit name, you shouldn't de-affiliate. I think he says that in there at one point. I think that while it's not his intention to get people to de-affiliate, it made a lot of people who watched it question whether or not they should affiliate, or question whether or not they should de-affiliate if they are already affiliated. So while I don't think that was intention, I think that was maybe a side effect of his perspective. And I think I have a habit of saying things without fully reflecting on what's about to come out of my mouth and not being sure what the consequences of that might be. I think sometimes Hiller might do that in some of his videos where he's not sure what the damage is going to be. And to Dave's point, I think if you can zoom out and say, okay, if I make this video, is it going to make people question affiliating, or if it's good, or if they should, and do I want that? I don't know that he asked that question before he made the video. I don't know. Do you think he did that?
Did what? Say that again. The last part.
Do you think before he made these videos that
Yeah.
he took a second and was like, okay, is this going to have the intended effect that I want, or am I just?
Yeah, I think he's really well thought out, Hiller. I think this. I'm going to read what Hiller wrote in the comments here in a second. Here's the thing. Hiller has said this. I'm paraphrasing, but I think it's really close. He wants to have a voice in the ecosystem. I'm building this YouTube channel because I want to have a voice. He didn't say this ecosystem. I'm adding that. So he's building this YouTube channel because he wants to have a voice. And by the way, this is what sets Hiller apart from a lot of people. He wants to amplify other people's voices.
And he's honest.
He wants to amplify other people's voices. So, for example, Mr. Spin, all Mr. Spin does is amplify other people's voices. He's just reporting the news. He's just amplifying the news.
Yeah, he shared on my competition. That was crazy, dude. That was
other people are just fucking completely amplifying themselves. Craig Ritchie. It's just all. Even his agent, when we were in the meeting, said to, well, Craig's a reaction video. He when we were talking about getting access to the games, he's a reaction. He does reaction videos. And then there's people who are like somewhere in the middle, like me.
I think the best
99% all about me, 1% amplify.
I like the comment that says authentic, because that would be the best descriptor of Hiller, and that's why I think I trust him, is because I know that what he's saying, like, he means that, and it's, anyways.
Let me read this. Andrew Hiller writes in response to what we're watching now. I think Dave is 90% keto from what he said recently. I also don't see anything inherently wrong with Orange Theory. It depends on where you're starting your goals, and it's only worse when comparing it to CrossFit. Yeah, that I agree. And I think people who go there from CrossFit add so much more value than they get from it. Number 2, open an affiliate to help with marketing off the bat. Just ask it. $3K is worth it. I'd say it is. Okay. So he's saying here, he does, he thinks it's for what CrossFit is currently offering. We won't go into details. It is worth the $3K if you're just opening. I am not trying to get people to de-affiliate. Dave is correct. That is cowardly. I've said I would not affiliate. And then I say why. That can change. I also just stated above that you should affiliate if you're thinking of spending $3K a year is good on return on investment. And that was before writing this. So now I'm not telling you to de-affiliate, and just because I wouldn't at the moment doesn't mean anything other than just that. Okay, so he's walking a fine line here. He's saying he wouldn't affiliate, but he thinks other people should. That's the way I'm reading that.
And he says the value in it.
If you can get the value. Okay, yes. My criticism of Jay, that he openly hated CrossFit, he's being paid to do a job, and then he changed his mind. It's actually more to do with who vetted him, because the first video I opened with searching for Jay, he spoke those words. If CrossFit didn't do the 5 seconds of work I did, I just think that's crazy. But like the affiliate statement that can change without bringing that up, it just goes away, and that's not helping anyone. Wow, but that's that's some sober shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Thought any more responses, Souza, on this matter before we go on?
No, I think the notes I had there nailed it, and that's kind of the same direction that I was actually going to go with it. So I won't elaborate on that. But one thing I will say is, like, oftentimes we don't see, like, Dave has a good poker face, and when we see things like how he was kind of triggered by that leak out, I just like that a little bit, where he gets a little frustrated. He got his feathers ruffled, and now he's kind of like, and he also set the box too, to where, like, if he didn't know that Hiller was saying that or not saying that, he basically like boxed him in at that point, to where if Hiller did make a video saying that, Dave's already has a statement about that, which is like a strategic point on Dave. But no, that's all I got.
I don't remember when it was, but I think it was when Dave got fired. I fucking razz Souza on the show regularly. Like, why the fuck would you affiliate?
Yeah.
And he stood by his ground. He said, all I can tell you right now is I'm staying because of emotion. I don't really have an answer for you. I'm staying because of emotion.
Yeah. Like us in California.
Well, it seems like $3,000, it's pretty worth it. But if they're going to raise that to $5,000 or $4,500, and I think the context of his video is with that mass email that was sent out, it's like, what are we doing here? And also, Hiller is your uncle that tells you your girlfriend is ugly. That's so accurate.
I like her, but I'm just saying.
Fuck that uncle. Your
Ugly,
uncle
bro.
will fuck her in a second. He's a douche nozzle. Affiliating should be a no-brainer. He is just pointing out that HQ needs to do what at HQ needs. Listen. Affiliate. Listen, Wad Zombie. Let me read this again. Sorry, you paid $4.99. You deserve a good reading of this. Affiliating should be a no-brainer. He is just pointing out what at HQ needs to do to make it a no-brainer. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right. Thank you, Mr. Zombie. Oh, and Wad Zombie, get your you can't get this card anymore. This is the Colton Mertens card from Mint Training. You cannot get this, but you can get other cards. You can get a Alex Gazan. All supplies last. Okay, here we go.
Is his criticism of Jay valid in your opinion? I don't know what his specific criticism of Jay was because I didn't watch the video. I did talk about this a few weeks ago about basically, we got to give this guy a chance and judge him for what he's doing going forward. And so I still mean that. I still think Jay's a really good guy. I've enjoyed working with him. I think he's going to contribute to the team and the community well. But yeah, don't know Hiller's criticism of Jay.
1,623 views in 3 hours. That's pretty good for one of these. Thoughts. I believe Dave. I don't know Dave as someone who watches a lot of content. That's all I got. Anyone, any thoughts? Spin. You don't buy it. You got a little smirk on your face.
We need to give DeCoons a chance to see what he does. If he was responsible for that survey that went out, that's strike one.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Now, if it was already in the works before he came on, fine.
Hey, I think you can just.
But it's bad timing.
Yeah, I think you can attribute to him. Let's give him a strike. Strike one. That's fair. You got to.
How soon? How long was he on before that went out?
It doesn't matter.
No, I just want to know.
It doesn't matter.
3 weeks or so.
He was on for 3 weeks before that went out.
I think so.
Hey,
Oh,
and it's got to fall in the media department too. I don't know how they're structured, but that would have for sure fallen on my department. No matter who sent it out, even if Greg, if it was a fuck up, it'd be like, "Hey, dude, you had last eyes on that. Why didn't you say something?" Philip Kelly, Dave said the same thing about Rosa. Shots fired.
Rosex.
Fuck. Let me ask you guys this real quick. Do you think that Dave has kicked? Someone wrote in the comments. Do you think Dave has kicked? I think it was RB said it. Do you think Dave has kicked the hornet's nest by even talking about Hiller now 2 weeks in a row? Like, how long before Hiller starts? We haven't seen him circle Dave.
I don't think he has a reason why.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Hiller just likes it. His name was said, and he might just make some content. Positive, negative, neither. I could just see him like, Hiller,
I could see him responding to this one for sure.
but not.
Yeah, I don't think Dave's given him anything to make a specific video on of something he's done at this point. He's commented on
Look at
his
Spin
opinion.
challenging Hiller.
He
He
might
knows-
make
he knows what
I
he's
can
doing.
make a video on Dave on this video. On this
That's what
video.
that's what we're doing right now.
Hiller was pretty clear about Dagoons. If TDC is going to do these weekend reviews and pick the question, shouldn't he do a little bit of research instead of being lazy? No. He's not obligated to watch the Dagoons video based on that. I don't think. Fuck that. Because we're learning about Dave. You're coming to this with a presupposition that Dave needs to fucking have some sort of response just because someone asks a question about it. It's like when someone calls me on my cell phone. I look, it's Taylor. I fucking put my phone down. This ain't for fucking Taylor to call me. This is so I can booty call his wife. Sorry, Taylor. I may have crossed the line. Sorry.
Yeah, you crossed the line, bro.
But listen, this is so I can something. My phone isn't for you, it's for me. This show is for Dave to do stuff, not so other people can be like, go watch my video and comment on it. Sorry, I love you, Asymmetric Gears, but you got it all wrong.
Yeah, I don't want Dave to do the research and create a narrative ahead of time. I want to hear what he's going to say.
Yeah.
Even if it is walking around it and, or getting fired up. I just want to hear what he has to say about it. And then we can interpret it from there.
Eat Shaw for thank you, Dave. When it comes to the affiliates, they hold all the control. Years ago, I remember when there were what seemed like a minority of affiliates asking for more support and communication from HQ. Much of the incredible support through litigation and fighting legislation went unnoticed, it seems. Since then, HQ has increased the number of forward-facing and hands-on service for affiliates, mostly because that's what they were asking for. The surveys are a good sign that HQ is willing to understand what is happening at the affiliate level. HQ has always operated on feedback from the community, and all signs point to this continuing to be the case. If affiliates are concerned about something, put it in the survey or send Dave an email. I'm pretty sure he's given it to you all. Yep. Dave at CrossFit.com.
You don't see Dave chug his own cock on the show too often.
Oh, that's good.
I
Send
couldn't.
him an email. Everybody, spam his email.
The only thing I agree about is that there's always going to be complainers. They used to complain because Greg never sent an email. Now they're complaining. They're sending emails. There's always going to be some complaining. But after that, I can't support the survey at all. You can't send something out asking, hey, and spook the affiliates without telling them the reason you're sending it out. That was sorry. There's no excuse for that.
Didn't Dave call Hiller Stephen A. Smith at one point?
Yeah.
He
Sounds
compared him
like
to Stephen A.
Well, that was when a lot of his stuff was focused on the games content too.
Awesome. I was just reading the comment about at least he acknowledges Hiller and he's not like Richie or Buttery Bros who just never say his name. And I agree with that. I think Hiller's established his place, and I think it's really cool that Dave acknowledges that and feeds into it.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
And
I don't
you-
think
and you think
I
Hiller
don't
respects it, or you think Hiller's like will bite on it, or you think he respects it?
no, I don't think there's anything for Hiller to bite on here. I think Dave was
So
very
that guy
clear.
can make anything out of anything.
Yeah, but I don't think he wants to bite on. I don't know. I wouldn't want
Take your hat and turn into a fucking airplane, dude.
I wouldn't want to bite on Dave. That pussy bites back, dude. Grabs back. Grabs back, dude. Dave grabs back. I'm good.
Mr. Ryan Spin from the Barbell Spin. What do you think about Dave's this person writing to Dave saying that they like the newsletter, or not the newsletter, the
survey.
The survey.
Survey.
Time.
I don't know. That makes one person, I think.
The fuck?
I don't think you put out a survey to Mama Deer and say, just go ask questions. If what Dave said is true and that they just wanted to get insight, let Mama Deer ask the questions. That's the wrong way to do it. And there's a much better way of asking the affiliates what they need or want or how they can support them than those questions. And they're just weird questions about how much would you be willing to pay for it, et cetera, that comes off strange.
For anyone who doesn't know who Mama Deer is, the guy who sent out the survey, the email, some fucked up Arab name. It would be like if Hiller went after me, he would just call me Seven, and it would be a number 7. Instead of Hiller trying to say this dude's name from a fucking foreign land, he just calls him Mama Deer because it looks like. And then so this guy, it's fucking brilliant.
Like my mother, but
Yeah, it's brilliant. Mama Deer's brilliant. Oh, it's my kind of racism. All right, here we go.
Thanks, Pete. Good additive comment. At Full Skip Chain, CrossFit has had difficulty evolving with the demands of consumers. Most gyms these days are segregated into the CrossFit militants, and those who understand nuance, empathy, and intuitive training. This is the rift that led to the post-Glassman era. Those affiliates are still holding on to the ideology of the old guard, will be limited in prosperity. The complexity of comorbidities in a post-COVID era and a shift in value has increased the need for trainers with more clinical, medical, psychological knowledge, and decreased the need for the old school, pull yourself up by your bootstraps CrossFit.
So you want a doctor?
Really?
Who wrote that? You are a world-class.
Christ.
I'm sorry if you're one of my friends. You are a pussy.
It sounds like an undergrad social worker, dude. Like someone in fucking their social work undergrad. That's the people I went to school with, and that's why I fucking dropped out of college. Holy
That
shit.
person has a septum ring for sure. Mr. Spin, thoughts on that?
Taylor started out by saying, or the first question was if Dave was woke. That was the first. That was a woke question, right? Like we should coddle everybody to help them along their fitness journey instead of getting them to actually be fit.
Post-COVID era.
Sousa, you know this, Sousa. You go to the gym, you write 10 things you want better to go in your life, you lick it shut, you put it in an envelope. 6 months later, without even working on those things, you see how many of them are better. After you've gone to the gym, 3 on, 1 off for 6 months. You don't have to worry about quitting smoking, just come to the gym. You don't have to worry about your wife being more attracted to you, just come to the gym. This is bullshit.
Yep.
This person is a fucking idiot. They've fucking fallen into the weeds. Go ahead, Sousa.
Yeah, they also have never taken the L1, and they've especially never taken the L2. It's been a while since I've taken my L1, but it hasn't been too incredibly long since I've taken my L2. And they teach this. It's about meeting people where they're at. It's about giving them the right dose of CrossFit. If that's not talking about being empathetic and understanding somebody's needs when they walk into the gym and then prescribing them the workout of the day that's on the board to meet their needs, I don't even understand it. They literally teach this in the certs to do that. So
yeah, that's a swing and a miss. And it's funny how they say the old guard and the new guard. No, you're out of your fucking mind. You missed fucking day one of school. Now, there's some of us who are playing checkers, and there's some of us who are playing chess. That survey was to validate a decision that was already made by someone.
Kevin knows.
Oh,
I heard from somewhere that there was going to be a fucking affiliate increase announcement on November 30th, and I can't remember where I heard that.
about time.
Thought it was Jan 1.
Oh, I don't fucking know, dude. But anyways,
Here's the thing. Who cares if there's a cost and affiliate increase? No one gives two fucks. Here's the real question. Are the old affiliates grandfathered in?
Oof. That's a good question.
They
That
did it for a year. I think it would go a long way.
what do you mean? If they
you're on-
grandfather you in for a year?
For
If you're
1
on-
year.
Oh, to help. Yes, because to help fight the sting. Go ahead, spin.
I think it would hurt a lot of people that were told they would never have it raised. Like that would be
Who was
tough pill
told
to
that?
swallow.
You mean who you if you were told
I mean,
that by
that's what
older
Glassman
people.
always said, right? You wouldn't. Once you're in, you're in.
right?
Yeah, bro, Glassman don't work here now, Mo.
Yeah. He
I
also
know.
said he would never
But
sell it. He also said he would never sell it.
Well,
Well, he was
Sure.
fucking kind of forced out.
that it's just a bad look at this point where everything is CrossFit's doing it for money. CrossFit's doing it for money.
Right.
Hey, what hasn't increased in price over the last 3 years?
That's fine, dude. But from 3,000 to 5,000?
Hey, devil's advocate, what if I come to you and I say, Taylor, you raised my rates by $7 this year? Or whatever the
get it.
percentage equal would be, or $20. Why would you do that? And you say, dude, I want to provide a better product. I want to provide a better service. And we can't
But
do
are they?
branding and expenses. Well, we hope so.
But they aren't.
Well,
They hired Grau and Dagoons, and so after those two dickhead decisions, then you're gonna raise the price. That to me, that's the issue. If it's
I
like,
mean,
boom,
yeah, I can't
they've
really
made
compare
good
that.
move after good move after good move. All right, raise it to 3,500 or 3,750, but hire woke fuck and some guy who's a robot and raise it to 5,000. I'm like, dude, they're nice, brother. I don't know.
I actually have no challenge for that whatsoever.
That's my perspective. I don't disagree with the price increase. It's just what actions lead to justifying a price increase.
Look at an eighth level sorcerer elf just jumped into the chat.
Oh wow.
Hi friends, I just finished watching Weekend Review while doing magic spells. Stoked to jump into this live.
Magic spells.
She just came out of where do those guys live? The midgets in Lord of the Rings? They live in a
Oh fucking Mordor. No, it's it's the mines of fucking
no, that village. It's all beautiful where the homes are underground.
oh the Shire, dude.
Shire, yeah, she
That's
just
something-
came out of the
that's something else.
Shire.
What is the mines of Moria, where the dwarves live?
Oh.
my gosh.
Have you ever even watched that, Sevan?
Watch what?
Lord of the Rings?
Oh yeah, I have. Not in a long time. I like
You
it.
look like one of you could be in there, some sort of like creature.
I can't wait to God, I love seeing Halbin in the comments. Hobbit.
No, it's the Shire, bro.
Okay, here we go. Finish this
Complete
up.
thoughtful comment that I think is an oversimplification of what's going on. This notion that there's these two camps, these clean two camps of the old school, and the old school is a certain way that hasn't evolved. I just don't agree with. I've seen plenty of old school gyms who still with the methodology kind of have a traditional approach, but really have evolved in how they approach training, how they approach their clients, how with everything in society that's gone on, they've adapted. So where I appreciate the attention to detail and thoughtfulness with your comment, I don't agree with it.
Oh,
It's just not
please.
that clean and simple.
Oh, please.
Old
Dave
school,
and I are
pull
going to
yourself
come
up
over to your
by your
house and
bootstraps
fucking
CrossFit.
curb stomp your ass, you fucking dork.
The problem with that
Hey,
comment
I'm going
is
to take that person out and make him run a marathon and see what kind of, or fucking 100 miler. You're going to go 100 miles until you stop. Oh, no, let's see. Do you have any, mile 80? How are your problems doing? Do you need to shrink right now? It's like those fucking people that want to get rid of cops and have psychologists go out to domestic violent calls. Go fuck yourself.
the problem with that comment.
280-pound bitch coming with a fucking a clipboard and a pencil. So your husband's beating you, huh? Okay. Mhm. Fuck off. Sorry, Taylor. Go ahead.
The problem with the question is in fucking 78 words that no one gives a fuck about and wants to hear. They just said, I want trainers with common sense. But they outlined it in a way that made it sound like it's this fucking thing that you'll never get from a CrossFit trainer. And I think the problem is most of America right now doesn't have a lot of common sense, or they're starting to come around to gaining common sense. And I feel like every profession, every business, for the most part, is a general reflection of like our public on a larger scale. So like there are going to be a lot of gyms you go into, and there's going to be a lot of people in there that don't have a lot of common sense, but that's everywhere you go. That question was like, oh, be able to understand people's psychosymptomatic inner family circle relationships. It's like, what? If somebody's having a hard day, you tell them to lay back on the intensity. It's just common sense.
It's like the people who freaked out when the OG movement showed up on the scene. All of a sudden, they thought like it was too aggressive or something.
Did people freak out about that?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fucking pussies.
Clock, that person is likely only trying to table the idea that old school CrossFit must be abandoned. Yep, totally. Probably a Redditor, totally Redditor type thing. Yeah, these things scared people. Oh, look, it's got puke. Oh, no, it's got Pukey on it. Hey, bring Pukey back.
Dude, you know, in my grandma's house in the office, like, you know, you have like wall art. There's this fucking like paddle from the 40s that my grandmother, my dad's grandma, she was a school teacher, and it was the paddle that they used in fucking to smack kids, dude. Is that not crazy?
You ever been
That
hit
was the wall art.
You ever been hit with it?
Dude, I've been hit with much worse. My grandpa used to use a switch.
Oh, shit. What's a switch?
Like a fucking tree limb that's long and fresh and green and limber that you just fucking leaves you welts on the back of your hamstrings, dude.
Dude, I was fucking in Africa in the fucking middle of nowhere. Nowhere, dude. On this fucking dirt road. And it was fucking pitch dark, and all we had was fucking light, like from the car's headlights, and we're going really slow. And all of a sudden, in the middle, the car stops, and right in the middle of the road's a giant puff adder. Probably like 4.5 feet long, thicker than my cock, dude, like this. A dude fucking comes out with a fucking loincloth, and what did you call that thing?
A switch?
A switch. And just out of nowhere, from the side. Loincloth and a switch, and he fucking hits it once and just splits it right open, right in front of our car headlights.
Oh! Damn, dude.
The driver got out. I'm like, can I get out? He's like, no, you cannot get out. No, you cannot.
Holy shit. That's funny. Thicker than my cock. So it's a baby snake.
And new nuanced empathy and intuitive training gyms or affiliates. I think it's
I'm going to open up a gym and call it CrossFit Empathy. If you don't want to work out, you don't have to, and I'll feel for you.
And
13,000.
This is CrossFit Equity. You do 20 burpees, I'll do 180, and I'll give you 80. CrossFit Equity.
Oh my god.
Pussies.
Of them, right? And so there's a lot of complexity and a lot of varying different expressions and a lot of different perspectives. And again, as I talked about earlier, different perspectives and different approach. That's all a positive. All right. Finally, traveling this week, going to Fort Worth, going to check out the venue, do some, spend a day there.
Do some testing, maybe?
Oh, I'm going to call Dave. I'm going to call Dave. He's going to Dickies.
Mm-hmm.
There, looking at layout, etc. And then I'm also going to Fort Bragg for some check-in with some of the Army stuff we're doing. And then should be back by the end of the week.
They should invite me on this and let me audit Dave. The CrossFit affiliates.
And so big week, a lot of travel. But it's good. Excited to go to Fort Worth and see lay the foundations for what the event's going to look like there in the near future. All right. Thanks for watching.
Ooh, I like that ending. Oh, was he about to salute?
Go back.
Lay the foundations for what the event's going to look like there.
Slow
in
this
the
down.
near future.
0.75.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Oh shit!
He
He
did.
did salute.
Wow.
I think he was saluting me.
Wow. He forgot his audience. I like it. Great ending to the show. I'm excited. Any final thoughts, Mr. Spin?
No, I mean, it was definitely more focused on the affiliates this go around, which I think we should get some more news. I think next week or the week after on, I think Rulebook comes out.
Do you know something?
Well, Bosman told us that on our show that Rulebook comes out early December, and then
No, but I mean about affiliates. You were going to say something about affiliates. We should get more news about affiliates.
no more news on the game season in the next week
You
or so.
do know stuff though that you can't share. People send you rumors and shit.
Occasionally.
Look, dude, it's Mama Deer.
Hey, you get more rumors than fucking Taylor gets hairs on his head. Taylor, any thoughts? Final thoughts?
Nah, I'm good. That was an amazing show, fun show.
I'm loving Dave Castro. Mr. Souza, any thoughts?
No, just appreciate him doing that because without that, like I said last time, we would have nothing.
He really is what I feel like is. He's one of the last people there that you feel like, okay, we can trust this person, or you want to trust this person. He's a,
Gangster.
He
I
is a
just want
G.
to say that I've created the Sevan Podcast, not giving a fuck about any of you guys. I did it all for me. Thank you.
Hey, one last thing before we jump off.
What?
You guys need to go right now to paperstreetcoffee.com. They're having the Cyber Monday sale. So if you buy $50 in a gift card, you actually get $150 worth of the gift card.
dude. And then go to my
One day
website
right now. You gotta sell too?
Yeah, dude. Well, no, it's not a sale. If you want a fucking hat, you're gonna pay full price for it. But these are sick, dude. So if you like
nice
them,
looking hat. That's
Yeah,
a
dude.
Hold on.
That's
In all seriousness, you guys, don't be fucking stupid. Look at this. This is like a no fucking brainer if you drink coffee.
yeah.
This is only going to be today.
That's it.
Code CM23 to get $150 gift card for just $50. So basically, you're getting $150 worth of coffee for $50.
That's right. It's gonna 3x your money. That's an ROI for you
Or ROI, return
on investment.
Thank you. That's how the bills get paid with Susan. God, did I mention this morning? What a douche nozzle I am.
We got to post that little clap post. we got going down, so.
Been listening to Jocko motivation for like 20 minutes, ready to go to a 14-minute.
Story of my life, baby. All right, Mr. Spin from the Barbell Spin Self-Made Training Program, Taylor Self. Thank you guys for your time. Souza, thank you for taking a break from helping people fight the world's most vexing problem. Halpin, always great to see you. Limit 2 did it in a heartbeat for $300 worth $100 of coffee. Wow.
Helping with the numbers.
Wow. All right. Love you guys.
Like Alpin.
Bye-bye.